Which brings us to the final taper week, Steve. I guess the first point, which I've actually written the note in there, is just be careful around the carb loading approach. I think some people spend 3 days eating so much food, they're stuffing it down their throat, they actually feel very lethargic, or put on 2 or 3 kilos in race week. It's not, if you obviously need to eat some more carbohydrates leading up to the race. 2 days out should be fine. Remember that because you're not training as much, it doesn't mean you have to like bulk load and eat 3 times what you normally eat. Just eat your normal food with a higher carbohydrate percentage. And I think similar to our thoughts on the week before, just being a little bit flexible. Obviously, because you've bought this plan, a coach isn't working it around your travel. If you've got a travel day there, just cut the training for that day. Don't try and make it up on another day. The other thing we do include in the final week or two of most Ironman preps that Steve will do is some heat stress. Heat stress is another stress. It's exactly what it's explained at, is if you are tired or run down, it's not something you should include into the program. If you feel good, it's a great way of increasing your blood volume slightly to give you a little bit more, bit of a boost on race day, especially late in the race when you might prevent dehydration kicking in until later. Any final taper thoughts, Steve? What about the pre-race, the night before? What would you say to everyone who's worried about sleep, that sort of thing?
I reckon you covered most of the stuff there. Not over drinking as well is a good thing. We find that we've found a lot of athletes lately have been cramping, even in the swim, just from probably over drinking the day before, flushing all the good stuff out as well. So yeah, we are used to drinking a lot with how much we train, but just know that it needs to be in line with how much you're sweating that day. And that's the same with eating. Just, to listen to what Reedy's just said again, if you need to. It's pretty important stuff. You can overdo things pretty quickly. And in terms of sleep, I think we've always talked about it, really, where you need to be watching something pretty mindless, not stressing yourself. Something unrelated to the race. You could watch a TV show or read a book, or something to take your mind off it once you've got everything ready. You don't want to be thinking about every scenario that could go right or wrong in the race. You don't need to theorize so much about the race. Why do we do this sport? It's a recreational, fun activity. It's a leisure activity. It should be fun. Make sure that is the biggest priority for you. If it's so stressful that you can't enjoy the race, then you need to be thinking about something more like this in a more enjoyable light. So yeah, this should be the fun part for you in the race of the whole training block. So just chill out the night before, be with friends, kind of have a laugh if you can with whoever you're with. That's probably the most important advice for me. I've raced best when I'm relaxed and having a laugh and having a good time.
I agree. I think it's normal to be nervous and to stress about the little things, and it's good to almost go and do some mindfulness each day going in, where you go through the things that you go through the things that could go wrong and how you're going to work through them in your mind. You do visualizations, not just of the good aspects of the race, but also what could go wrong. But then, like you said, Steve, then you need to learn to let it go, let the mind clear, and go in and think about things nothing to do with triathlon, and realize that ultimately this is just a first world way for us to suffer in a world where we don't get enough suffering. So smile, enjoy it, and realize that you've accomplished something very incredible that only less than 1% of the world has done. So congratulations in advance, and thanks for buying our plan. If you want to hear more from us, join this RPG circle. We will be on there, and hope that you can stay part of the RPG community longer term. Or we've got a lot of other programs to buy if you want to take on a different athletic challenge. Thanks for everything. Thanks, Steve.
Thank you, Reedy. And thanks, everyone. Good luck. Enjoy it.
Beware the dragon.